Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111911. You ever wonder why there's not like all-inclusive resorts in the United States? Like, have you ever tried to look into an all-inclusive resort in the United States? It's impossible. But like, if you go in the Dominican Republic or to Mexico or to Puerto Rico or anywhere that's like an exotic Caribbean or Mexican location, they're all like, hey, we're all-inclusive. Like there's a bunch of all-inclusive, even Hawaii, which is a part of the United States. I get it, but I'm not going to include Hawaii. They're like, oh, we're all inclusive. And they don't really exist all that much in Hawaii like they do in Mexico and the Caribbean and all these other different areas. Why? How come? Why is that?
I don't know. That's really good. I've never thought about it. I've never looked into it. But yeah, you don't ever hear about it. But I don't travel like you travel. You travel to a lot of like resort type destinations. And I have done that a little bit. But it seems like it's... yeah, I've never heard of that.
No, I mean, you've been in more all-inclusive places than I've been in. You've been to the beaches. You've been to what's the place you went into in Mexico?
Yeah, I went to
where they gave you all the bad tequila.
Oh God, Barcillo is what it's called. It's below. It's between Cancun and Tulum, and
is that really the same fiber supplement that you take, Barcillo?
My grandma both times booked these. That's how they like to travel. They're
that's Barcillo husk. Sorry.
Okay, when you're from the Northwest, if you have any family in Michigan, it's very similar. These people vacation the same. They eat at Applebee's and Chili's and think it's the greatest restaurants they've ever been to. And they go on cruises and they stay at all-inclusive resorts because they don't know any better. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but...
I love all-inclusive resorts, except for I don't. Well, I do stay at an all-inclusive resort when I go on a cruise. I guess.
See, that's why, because...
The most all-inclusive.
Now, we were really lucky. My grandma, she forked out some cash. We got this platinum wristband, and so we got to go to these elevated restaurants. But if you don't pay extra for that package, then you just have to eat at all the buffets. And let me tell you, I hate buffets. And for somebody like you that has been knocking buffets, because back in my 20s, I thought buffets were cool because I'm from the sticks, like literally the sticks, the mountains. So I'd never seen a buffet before until I came to the big city. And Jeff used to give me a hard time about it. But that's all you do when you're on a cruise is eat at buffets. Is it not? I mean, for the most part, they have buffets everywhere.
No, I mean, it's not like that. And I do stay away from those. I go to the places.
You're telling me there's not buffets on cruise ships when you say it's
no,
not
there
like
is. There is, but you can stay away from them. I go to the pizza place and I go to the burger place.
Oh, okay. So they do have individual fast
and
food
then
things.
Like for breakfast, all the buffets have
thousands
buffets,
of dollars to eat
there
pizza
are
and
places
hamburgers.
There are places you can go to have them make a specialized omelet for you, but you got to get up early so the line doesn't get too long because
the omelet
apparently a specialized omelet is something that is highly coveted.
So that's my problem with all-inclusive. It's usually lower quality products because they're serving the masses, and they don't have a limit on how much they're going to serve you. So if they go with higher end booze or higher end food, it's going to cost them a lot more. That's been my experience.
I found a list of places that are all-inclusive in the United States, and strangely enough, the Northeast. The Northeast have a pretty good concentration of them. And that is because of when the leaves turn, it's a very popular place to go. And that's when people go up there, is when the leaves turn to the Northeast.
Is that all they do is go look at leaves on trees?
Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont.
So weird.
But then I was looking at...
That's what happens when you live in an overpriced city and you have no trees to look at.
We stayed in a place that is now, by the way, your family can take a vacation at UC Santa Barbara. You know how much it's going to run you back?
Santa Barbara
just for the adults.
Can't be cheap.
It only operates in the summer. I guess it's on campus. Jeez, man. Cal Poly, take a note on this. Okay.
What do you stay in a dorm?
Nice pool, and you have beach volleyball courts right next to that pool. $1,290 for adults for a week. It's for the week. Okay, so that's a whole week, and
per person.
And basically, you do stay in the dorms instead of a hotel. And but the students for these, or I guess these athletes, these student athletes, they provide camps for you and the kids at UCSB. Is from what I can tell. It's called the UC Santa Barbara Family Vacation Center. But like, we bend the rules a little bit when it comes to the all-inclusive, right? Like, nothing like that. I found out the place that we stayed at in St. Pete has recently converted to a all-inclusive, which is strange because when we were there, they were offering, I thought it was a bit strange because they were offering, it was almost like we were there when they were beta testing this idea to be all-inclusive, because they're like, hey, we're doing face painting and hair braiding for the kids, and we're going to have a hula hoop contest, and what's that one when you go underneath the pole? What's that called?
The limbo?
Limbo. Thank you, Jeremy. We're going to have limbo out on the beach, and I'm like, what's this hotel doing? Like, why are they doing all these events? Like, this is just a hotel. We're going to go out and eat, and then we're going to go on the dolphin cruise, and then we're going to go hang out at the beach. Like, why are they offering up all this stuff? Well, come to find out, they're now an all-inclusive place, but after a big renovation that took place when we weren't there. There's not many like resorts where you just kick back and relax. There's like a Club Med in Florida. There's the Serrata in St. Pete. And then the rest of them are like those weird, like, I call them hippie camps, really. I mean, some of them are based around water skiing adventures. Some of them are based around leaves changing, water slide parks. There's a couple of water slide parks that do the all-inclusive thing. But it's not really a thing here in the United States like it is in your favorite places like Jamaica, Mexico. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Jamaica's my favorite place. I do love Mexico.
It's your favorite place.
I love Mexico.
You love Jamaica.
I'm a big fan of it. Yeah.
Weren't you all inclusive when you were all in on the timeshare?
At the family resorts? Oh, no. The timeshare was, that was a different deal altogether.
That wasn't all inclusive?
No, that was a different experience.
What do you mean that's a different experience?
It's just a different trim package.
Like what? You would put an upside down pineapple on your door? That kind of experience?
No, not like that. But this really wasn't set up for families, you know. Actually, it was. There was they added
upside down pineapples on the door. I hope not.
There was no upside down pineapples or coconuts or any other fruit, by the way.
The little bowl next to on an end table when you walk in the door.
Boy, you sure know a lot about this, don't you?
Put your keys right here.
Yeah. What are they doing over there?
And then I'm looking up these other like all-inclusive places, and they're in places I've never heard of, like the Red Mountain Resort in Ivins, Utah. And I'm like, where's Ivins, Utah? And it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. And the resort looks nice, but what are you going to do to me once I drive out into the middle of nowhere? You know?
They're going to feed you full of booze and food and get you fat.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your money.
I don't know. What if they try to kidnap me and make me a part of some kind of thing that they do? Yeah. I don't know.
Stick to your cruise line.
3KZOZ.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.